Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Kumar. I'm the director at Western Fertility. We're a clinic in Los Angeles, California, about 20 miles due north of LAX. We have kind of a different package than most clinics, and I think some of them may be emulating us now. But we started 8 years ago, and the idea was to provide everything that you would need in one place. So we are a little bit unique in that we have our own in-house egg donation program and our own in-house surrogacy program. And with that, we have a financial option of a guaranteed live birth, where you are guaranteed to have a child, or you get all of your money back. There's no money that we withhold if we refund you if we don't want to continue down that path with you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about show you a video, tell you a little bit about the team, and then we can address some questions at the end. I apologize, the audio is not lined up with the video on this next one here. Welcome to Western Fertility Institute in Los Angeles, California. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce you to some of our staff members, the team you'll be working with to assist you to parenthood here at Western.
Hi, I'm Rosie. I'm here to welcome you to Western Fertility. I'm normally the first person you see when you come into the office.
Hi, we are the third-party team, and we are here to help you with your important paperwork and to guide you, your egg donor, and surrogate throughout your journey.
Hi, we're the MAs, and we're here for all your blood work, ultrasounds, and as anything in the operating room.
Hi, my name's Emma. And I'm Courtney. And we're both nurses who will help your egg donor to her egg retrieval and your surrogate mother with her embryo transfer.
Hi, I'm Lily. I'm here to run all the necessary tests on your blood work and prepare your sperm for fertilization.
Hi, this is Embryology Lab, the place that we're gonna fertilize the egg, grow the embryo, and making the embryo ready for the embryo transfer.
With the wealth of experience of our expert team, we've broken down this long journey into simple to-do tasks. They will be there by your side to help guide you. I appreciate your trust and confidence in Western Fertility to assist you on your journey to parenthood. Okay, so that's what I want to impress upon you, is that you're not going to be doing this alone or with your partner. You're going to be doing it with a team that's there to support you in every aspect of it. So this is a very succinct kind of synopsis of the path. So let's delve into this a little bit more. So it all starts with looking at your sperm. So when you come to the clinic, we collect your bodily fluids, and there are three things that we'll specifically be checking. One is we do the semen analysis and the cryopreservation of the sperm. We get the results within 30 minutes of when you collect the specimen, so that before you leave, you can know if we have a good specimen or not, and if you need to come back. We also do blood and urine. That is for the FDA infectious disease panel. And then finally, blood is sent for genetic carrier screening, which we want to match with the donor and make sure we actually don't have a match. So these are some of the other third-party coordinators. So when you come here to the clinic, you also meet with your third-party coordinator. You go over the paperwork, the consent forms, the legal issues that we need to address. So you'll have the same coordinator all the way through your journey. And when it comes to choosing a donor, we will be by your side. And the reason is that you're going to be wanting to look at what characteristics do I want in a donor, how tall do I want her to be, what ethnicity, intelligence. And then for me, what's more important than that is what is their reproductive potential? Does she make a lot of eggs? Are they good quality eggs? If she done this before, how many quote unquote normal embryos does she make? And that's going to dramatically affect our prognosis, right? So if we have a good egg donor that makes robust eggs, we'll have an easy pregnancy. We find a donor that doesn't make good eggs, then we have to do multiple egg retrievals. That gets very expensive and emotionally very difficult. So all of fertilization is done with ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. We don't do regular IVF. This maximizes our fertilization rate and prevents DNA from the sperm contaminating the PGT biopsy. Okay, this is the biopsy itself for the PGT-A analysis, and what we do is we look for aneuploidies, which are abnormal number of chromosomes. those embryos would lead to a negative pregnancy test or a miscarriage, and we obviously would like to avoid that. So we do the biopsy, then we freeze the embryos, you get the report, and then you can choose which embryo to put in, or you can choose best embryo, best boy, best girl, whatever you like. So this is an example of the results. We can see that like embryo number 1 is a day 5, 4AA, that's excellent embryo, and that's a 46XY, that's a healthy boy. Below it is a healthy girl, 46XX. Embryo number 8 is 47XX plus 22. That means that it has an extra chromosome 22, and that will not result in a live birth. That will always be a negative pregnancy test or a miscarriage. There is a little nuance to this, in that sometimes we have mosaic embryos. Mosaic embryos means that some cells are normal, some are not, and those generally are favorable for transfer. So that is my job to interpret for you, but I would like for you to keep an open mind in terms of using those embryos. We don't want to waste good embryos because these tests are not precise. There are things like meiotic errors, which embryo number 8 has. That means that every cell in that embryo is going to have that error. And there are others that are mitotic errors, so they occur after fertilization. So this occurs before fertilization, those occur after fertilization, and that means that those embryos will have good cells and bad cells, and most likely will result in a healthy baby. Okay, so in matching with your surrogate, we want to kind of get to know you, and we want to get to know the surrogate, so that from the beginning, we increase our likelihood of a match, right? An example is, how much communication would you like? Do you want once a month just update, hey, everything is good, or do you want daily text messages, phone calls? And that, if we get a good match from the beginning, it can really facilitate things and avoids issues along the process. Okay, so your coordinator or one of the team members will be there at delivery, and it's nice to be able to kind of, see what happens. Well, you get to hold the baby, then the surrogate gets to hold the baby, then you get to hold the baby again, and all that is well thought out beforehand, rather than anything being awkward during the process. And if need be, we'll help you obviously with the birth certificate, passport, etc. Okay, that's the end of the slideshow. So if there are any questions, I'll be happy to address them regarding the medical or the financial aspects.
Any questions? What's as part of your in-house services for the surrogacy, what's your process for the pre-screening and testing for them?
For the surrogates, do you want to address that?
So all the surrogates that come through with us, first we review their medical records from all their past deliveries and their obstetrical care, make sure there were no major complications that would contraindicate another pregnancy. So we'll have all of those will be reviewed before you would even match with the surrogate. They also have a consultation with our office. We do an actual appointment with them. They will get an ultrasound done of their uterus to check the health of her uterus. And they also do a psychological evaluation as well as blood work to check for, I guess it's through the FDA as well, but anything that could affect the baby or wouldn't be good for her to have while pregnant, like drug tests, things like that. And we also do a background check. Criminal records, yeah.
Any other questions? Yep.
For egg donors, do you have a preference between fresh or frozen eggs? For the
Really good question. It does depend like what your long-term outcomes are or goals of your family. Frozen eggs we find do really great, and if you want like 1 or 2 children, it could be a really great option. It's usually more financially affordable. The embryos that result from frozen eggs versus fresh eggs usually do just as well, but if you're doing like a fresh cycle, you may end up with more embryos if you're getting an entire cycle from a donor. So you have maybe more embryos to work with. If you want, 1 or 2 children, frozen eggs usually do just as good, as long as the sperm quality is good. So we want to check that beforehand. If the sperm quality is really poor, we may recommend a fresh retrieval and a fresh sperm donation.
Any other questions?
So we do offer the live birth guarantee with frozen eggs as well. So if there's sometimes that you want to move urgently, then we can thaw the eggs, fertilize them right away. And then we have, but if you want a whole cycle to yourself, we can bring back the donor and do a fresh cycle as well.
Do you have a breakdown of the cost of what packages you have, and you also take like people who want to transfer like from other clinics and other agencies?
Yeah. So the financial packet for the basic a la carte pricing is about $25,000 to fertilize the eggs, test the embryos, and do and I think that includes 2 transfers. It's $28,000 for 2 people. Guaranteed live birth for a single baby is $175,000. If we want to fertilize for 2 but only want to put 1 in, that's $185,000. All the way for twins is $210,000.
And we can also just do a transfer if you're transferring embryos in from elsewhere. There's an option for that as well. Mhm.
Yeah, we actually do that quite a bit. We have embryos shipped in from all over the world, everywhere from Macau to, I think just a couple of days ago, there's a person from New York that has embryos there that is having trouble finding a surrogate that she can work with over there because she's doing her independent journey, so we're going to help her.
Any other questions?
Well, thank you so much for your time, and good luck on your journey, guys.